Hey, Alex here. So, there is a lot riding on tomorrow or today, depending on when you see this video. Now, not only are we getting insane content, like, right? Like, this always intense stuff is literally like some of the least content we're getting the entire day. Which we'll talk about right now before I move on to like the main subject I want to talk about in this video. We're also going to talk about the George Brett. We're going to talk about selling market kind of stuff. Exchanges. There's a big, somebody had a big Merkel's boner exchange moment earlier. So, anyways, always intense pack. We got Goldschmidt coming, which a lot of people thought maybe he's going to be the player of the month. We might get a pitcher, truly a player of the month. Who knows? Polanco, Duvall, Jacksonville, baby. We're also getting Brock Holt, aka my favorite Pirate of all time, even though he got traded before he could really establish himself with us. And then Lorenzo Cain here, flashing back to his Kansas City days. Okay, so wasn't Cain like, wasn't he a Brewer that got traded for Greinke, then traded back, right? So this is like the middle part. Or am I wrong on that? Was Cain not part of that original Greinke trade and then came back in free agency? Anyways, pretty good selection of cards, right? I like the names. Brock Holt, woo. Wait, does he fists in the air? Not finger guns, fists for Brock Holt. Okay. Then we also have the big names, Castellanos with everybody's favorite meme. Simeon sounds like semen, so that's awesome. And then Brian Wilson, talk about intense, right? Like that's for Mac Chapman. Brian Wilson is the definition there. So let's talk about like, you know, the main topic before we kind of move around to the market stuff and everything going on tomorrow with George Brett. We'll talk about his stats a little bit. I think like tomorrow is such a big deal because like so many people have been so negative on this game. The Roy Halladay program, it was really cool getting Roy in the game, but a lot of people are kind of sick of the Phillies right now. Just overall them and the Blue Jays. I only got through 313 this time, so I didn't quite get all the way towards. I guess I can do a live series exchange for like the Tazaki card. These are what, 20K or so right now. Not sure it's worth it, but anyways, I think if tomorrow's program, and the cards are just wild, right? We could show some of them off right now. Here's some more that are teased. Like, the cards being 95 overall is insane. Now, if they only give us, like, a few of them again, and you got to buy the rest off the market like we saw with the original face of the franchise, if the future of the franchise leans more towards last year's kind of TA, people are going to start to love it. And it really depends. Like, this is going to kind of show us a lot about SDS and where their head is at now, how their, like, upper and middle management has seen this game, because, like, this game has been, you know, very generous to us players the last few years, and they've tightened the grip a little bit, it seemed, on that. We're getting a lot more cards and packs that are incredible. It's got a little bit more pay to win, it feels, with the at least the pack rewards and everything going down. Unless you're like a market person or a big investor, it's been very difficult to get like a top end squad or get the live series done unless you're really dedicated yourself to doing that and put the extra hours in on top of the gameplay. So like these cards right here, we're also getting Stott, Bryson Stott, with his stats like great, not a lot of power, but overall still a solid bat for the middle of the infield with good speed, fielding, contact there overall. Revealed by Shelfie. Shout out to Shelfie. We got Watson here. So a bunch of 95 overall. So this game's like most important day, and they're gonna do a go live stream, which I don't know why they do go live stream. Just please, why couldn't you give us the information the night before? Like go live. Like I don't need that information then. I'm gonna get it like almost ASAP after that. But it's very important how we get these things. It's very important how these 95s are grinded for. Is it going to be easy? Is it going to be hard? Are we going to get all of them? I guess we'll see. I really doubt that we're going to get all of them. I think it might go back to just getting 12 again, right? I hope they're going to, like, all of them unauctionable would be insane. 12 of them auctionable would be fine because you can grind through them, sell them for good profit early on. Like these 90 overall face of the franchise guys. Some of them were going for like 100K right out the bat. So if you really got to it, really got through that program quickly, you were rewarded. Now they're down to just over quick sell value. Some of them are going up in price due to the exchanges or the collection for tomorrow that's coming out. We'll talk about George Brett in a second. So overall, in my opinion, tomorrow's going to tell us a lot about the future of this franchise, in my opinion, with how much management is seen and how much, like, I know the lower level employees fight back against the crazy monetization that can happen in this game and other Ultimate Team game modes. So let's go through some of the cards. George Brett, I will say, wow, right? It's just absolutely insane attributes there. Sadly, he doesn't get shortstop like his other card, only third baseman, first baseman, so probably third baseman for a lot of people. Like, don't worry about it if you can't get it right away. Don't overbuy on hype. It will get cheaper as they release more cards down the road. As you saw, I did a video. Go back and watch that one on like what the most set required. If you're still prepping the night before, it's a little late. You know, it might even be worth selling some of these cards on hype, right? If you got in like a few investments into this and the prices have risen, it's not a bad idea to take a little bit of profit, because like we saw with most set, like, you know, some of these things, like, they only required like half the cards. Like postseason of the most set only required 10 out of like 23. All stars were only 25 out of 50. So like those ones really didn't go up in price that much. So definitely be aware of that. So George Brett's insane, right? But like, if you can't afford him, like, there are alternatives. Like, we're getting cards tomorrow that'll be 95 overall. Albert Pujols himself. Like, if you compare the two between Albert and Mr. Brett, like, Albert I know is like 100K, so he's not like really cheap, but he's an okay substitute. Plus, like, the 95s, which a few of them should be free tomorrow. Just wait, just work through it, right? Don't go insane right away, unless you're a content creator like myself and you need to do it for content because nobody actually likes you. They just use you for the cards that you're debuting. Don't worry about it, okay? Let's talk about, somebody made like a Merkel's boner. Let me see if I can bring this up. Mark put it in the Discord here. Oh no, what did I just do? I just closed it accidentally. History, recently closed. This guy right here, didn't realize that exchanges meant you can't play with that player anymore. You just put Carlos Delgado for 6 points to the Lou Gehrig program. Just like that, he's gone. Went from 1,080 stubs to 1K. I'm still in shock. Rant over. So, if you guys don't know what Merkel's boner is, I would definitely Google it. It's a great piece of baseball history. If you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it was meant to be. If it doesn't, it never was. Good job, subreddit. That was hilarious. But anyways, when you're doing exchanges, just know you do lose the card. There's a difference between collections and exchanges. That's a tough one, man. That is tough. I'm not going to speak too much on Lou Gehrig. He's not good. It's sad. Just because it's free doesn't mean it has to be bad. That's like, my biggest point is to SDS and EA SDS. If it's free, it doesn't have to be awful. It could have been competitive in some way. We also got the Perez, which is actually a better card, right? A catcher with power. Like, that's actually really good. Even if you platoon it only. That's a really good platoon catcher. Good bench bat, especially for all-star level, but yeah. You might want to take a look at your Yankees and Royals. They might have gone up in price. This is something I didn't do, which is a mistake, but definitely take a look at your cards. If there's any exchanges coming out, definitely take a look at those prices. Let's go ahead and filter by Royals on the shop here and see if they're still inflated or if they've fallen through the day. But like right when I went live was not a bad idea. These cards, yeah, they're not bad. 900 for this card. I'll go ahead and sell them at that price. That's fine. 948. So look in your binder if you got any extras for the thing. Ooh, I got some extra wit. So stacking some stubs for myself before the big one. I really hope tomorrow that like I don't need all the face of the franchise cards to complete the George Brett set because of how painful it is. And hopefully I can get it done right away. Get some gameplay on stream tomorrow. Twitch.tv/Gutfoxx. I'll be streaming when the content goes live. I'll be reacting to their stream and everything. Anyways, we also have the Brian Wilson attributes revealed. Fastball, cutter, slider, two-seam. I'm interested to see the movement on the two-seam. If you're going to get a lot of movement, maybe it'll act like a non-dipping sinker, but like a arm side run sinker. Hits per 9 is fine, I guess, at 100. Good strikeouts per 9, so maybe not as many foul balls against them. But yeah, fastballs in this game, like fastballs IRL are hard to hit because they not really, because physics don't allow it to happen. But four seams IRL look like they go upwards because of the spin. This game is kind of hard to see spin on the ball, so you don't really get the action that IRL people do, that where you undercut it because it's going to be higher than you think it is, just based off like looks. So like four seams of this game are just really too flat a lot of times, and then cutter, slider, no changeup. Brian Wilson, I don't know. It doesn't really look like going to be a super effective reliever. But you know what? Brian Wilson has gotten me out 3 times in a row before and gotten through an inning. So, and that's not even the 95. Is lower card. So anyways, what else did I have? I went through the always intense. Should you sell on hype? I talked about that. It's not a bad idea for some of these cards. Let's just take a look at like I don't know what's gonna be a second half heroes. Some of these cards, like Cole Hamels is like minned out, so definitely hold on to Cole. It might even not be a bad idea since Cole Hamels is going away to grab an extra Cole Hamels. Because like, why wouldn't you? I already have an extra Cole Hamels. Wait, Cole Hamels is from the program, right? Not the event? Yeah. So his supply literally leaves tomorrow unless there's another flashback pack, which, you know, actually there probably will be a flashback pack to him now that we're getting flashback packs for everything for ranked seasons and everything. But I don't know. Like, maybe we don't get flashbacks. I don't hate that investment at all. I'm actually going to save my stubs because 87,000 stubs. I really am trying not to buy more stubs tomorrow for packs, but people probably bully me into pack pulling, so not a bad idea. Jason Bay there up to 54. So yeah, it's if you got like some of these cards, I don't have an extra. I don't have an extra. Nelson Cruz. I've saved some event packs, but it might be a bad idea because a lot of people have invested for this set to sell a couple cards on hype to minimize your risk. Okay. And that's all I want to talk about. All right. I think tomorrow gonna be a huge day over the show. I'm looking forward to it. Hope you guys are too. Should be a really fun stream. Like I said, twitch.tv/Gutfoxx. Use code Gutfoxx. Sign up at Underdog Fantasy. Using that code really helps support the channel. Thank you guys. I'll see ya. I think I'll do a video tomorrow night late. Hopefully I can get it in. Yeah, late, and then we'll take a look at the new cards and everything and whatnot. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Call to action. Like and subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow.